Hey there, team. Just a little heads up about this next battle. One of the players does unfortunately crash out, it looks like, so it does end up being a very interesting scrap all the same. But just to let you know about that from the start. Team, and oh wait, are we? Where are we actually? Oh yeah yeah. Cirith Ungol? Cirith Ungol. Cool cool cool. Yeah. Oh dope. All right then. This should be fun. So this is a 3v5 on Cirith Ungol. Really? Huh. It's gonna be tricky. I mean, Cirith Ungol, yeah, you defend. I don't know. Okay. I'm rolling with it. Anyway, thanks for seeing with his Dwarves of Khazad. So he's got his warriors, some Third Legion there, armored up warriors. Yes, maybe. Khazad actually not a massively played faction by me. Son of the Fallen, then Mithril Guard there, some Reclaimers, lots of Orc Hunters, of course. The Iron Watch of Miramir, Orc Hunters again, Catapult, Legion Bodyguard, defending, well, setting up some stakes with the Hammerers of good and bad there. Oh, we didn't actually get Hammerers from the last fight. Yeah, no, we didn't. Shield Guard, yeah, Guard of Khazad. One thing you're always sort of looking for with Khazad is like how many elites have we brought? Because you can take a lot of elites. Then the First Legion Pikes. Of course, not a 2 hit point unit, but pretty high up there for sure. He's got Arthedain next to him by Major Sharp. So he's got his Dunedain Peacekeepers, double Dunedain Peacekeepers, then the Arthedain Marksman with armor today. Yeah, in a 3v5, you'd expect everything to be armored up as humanly possible. Yep, which all of these men-at-arms are. The ones to the north there, and the Knights, Dismount Knights of Numinous. The Arthedain Pikes, again. Oh, wait. 3 units of Arthedain Pikes, but all heavily armored. Which, yeah, it's definitely, it's going to be damn tricky to get through. I'm trying to think. Surely we've got Rangers hiding. Surely we've got Rangers, and we maybe have Grey Company. I expect so. Because the Khazad forces, they're not going to get any body piercing through. The Iron Watch, of course, they can do a lot of work, but they're not body piercing units. Then Imladris doesn't have Rangers either, so as Arthedain, I would probably be taking 2 Rangers and the Grey Company as well. And I wouldn't, I maybe wouldn't do any ninja play with them, but just using them as a body piercing archer. Imladris Sentries here, Eldrainway Spears, Imladris Guardians with that armor upgrade. Nope. Goodness me, I need to play the game, I'm sorry guys. Gwethi Rockdoor, by them, Godhelem, Archers, and Gwethi Meridian in the back, again, armor upgraded. Imladris, you can spend a lot of money with Imladris, but yeah, we'd be expecting just about everything to be armored up. And the Archers of Rivendell, yep, they're armored up too. Eldrainway Spears, Imladris Guardians, with Swords of Rivendell, and the Imladris Sentries there. I'm pretty sure these guys are armored up. Pretty sure that's what the model looks like. I just don't have a lot of time right now, which is a damn shame. Nowhere near as much free time as I would want. So I can't really play the game as much as I would certainly like to. But we'll see. Life is coming under control. But I'm going to say at 1 times speed because I think, well, there must be a grace period because you Diego's got to have some time to get back. Anyway, Rhun. Let's go to 0.4 speed. Okay. Let's go to his Bariag mercenaries there. The Loke, Flag Rim, and Gamp Rim organized in this really beefy. I really do enjoy that. I know it's nothing to do with it, but it's just that tightly packed sea of gold is pretty cool. Clansmen behind them again, that double armor upgrade just to make them really beefy little militia forces. Scion Rim there, more Scion Rim. Then Eastron crossbows, no armor upgrade. No, 1 level of armor upgrade for the Eastron cross. No armor upgrade for the Eastron crossbows. Yeah, they get little helmets if you give them 1, and then if you give them 2, they're golden boys. And that's all. So again, we're going to be seeing sort of smaller armies because there's 5 attackers here, but that's 5 brains coming at you. JKL is here again. Wargoat Chariots is an interesting shout. I can see it actually going very well, but I just don't know. Dwarven miners there for a bit of AP, militia forces, Ironfoot warriors, the Axe Guard of Erebor, axe throwers there, spears, probably some pikes, yeah, Ironfoot pikes, more Axe Guard. So generally, high numbers force here. Not really gone too deep into his elites. He does have the Obsidian Guard. But yeah, so he's gone for the really just dense numbers approach, which I quite like with Erebor. Because every one of your troops is going to be tough to deal with, so just having a lot of them is really nice. And, well, I guess another heavy numbers faction here, any way you play them, is the Misty Mountains by Les McBurney here. So we've got the Cave Trolls, then some Fearmongerers, Drake Broodlings again. I'm just interested to see how these chariots and these Broodlings are maybe going to batter through, because you don't have many lines of defense on Cirith Ungol. You don't have that many places to fall back. Some spears, some berserkers, crossbows. Oh yeah, you're going up against the dwarves and Arthedain and Imladris. You've got a lot of armor to face you, so get that. I'm surprised we actually have the archer, like the heavy gobbo archers. I would have maybe just gone for some cheaper archers just to be like little throwaway boys, but I guess the heavy gobbo archers can take more of a beating too. Then we've got MG Steelbow here, so he's got his Angmar force, the Trolls of Angmar. A big mixture of forces, the Blackwatch Legion to really batter through the lines again. Sort of highest mass individual model, yeah, that you've got. Then the Angmar Halberdiers, lots and lots of pikes, Guardians of Khardum. Yeah, just I'm interested to see how many Marauders. Goodness sake, we've got big armies on attack here. And then lastly, Dan the Man with his Berserkers. Lurch Hunting Pack. Seems that we never see them, but we've seen the last two battles. Berserkers there, the Trolls of the White Hand, lots of pikes, Naz High on the side there, Guards of Worthing. I'm interested. Do we have... No, I thought we might have the General in there for some reason. Lots of Uruk-hai infantry, archers, and then the Dunlending clansmen out front. So we'll probably be shuffling around for a bit. I'm going to jump over here just so I can watch what's happening before... So as soon as I see somebody actually start fighting, we can kick it off. Whoa. No, Diego, are we holding here? Are we not? Ooh. We're just going to jump to 2 times speed for a second, but if we're not falling back, I'm... Well, to be honest, what could be a kind of fun meme? Like, because this is kind of a 1v1 between Diego and Justin, and this is a 1v1 that Diego should win. Because, yeah, it's 3v1. So if he could just wipe out the runic forces here quite in a pretty just swift, just rip them apart, then pull his boys over to assist his allies, that could be a nice little situation, but surely not. Surely, even if there wasn't a grace, but to be honest, if there wasn't going to be a grace, why deploy over here? Why not deploy at the side? I think we might actually be defending this, which is a little bit scary. Camel's chosen there. I don't think we spotted those guys before. Eastern crossbows moving up. I just want to spot if we've got any rangers popping up for Arthedain. No, he's sort of just shuffling around. Marksman. No, I'm not seeing any rangers. Interesting. Over here, it looks like the dwarves are guarding this position. And, well, they'll have to guard these two positions. Yeah, over here too. Okay, cool. And then the attackers have to go, if they want to, they've got to go all the way around, which you do see. You do see that. You know, the attackers sort of coming down this passageway too in the end. But I don't think the attackers are going to do that today. It's quite a short battle, really. 35,000 frames, but which maybe does go to say that there is like an early confrontation here. Still, there'll be in the description. There should be 2 timestamps. One that we've already passed and one for the first clash, which I think is coming right now, as the clansmen have extended a bit far ahead. 203. Yep, that's gonna be very bloody to these poor guys. Down to 118. 203 down to 118. And these guys aren't cheap. Well, they are. But, like, that's 2 level of armor upgrades. So that's a nice little win. And to be honest, these flag rim, they'll go down just the same. the crossbows were not close enough. Had the crossbows been there, that's a good little win there. And he's lost a few sentries there, but that's a nice catch. And he's not going to let that happen again. He's got the Gamper right up at the front. But no, well done, Diego. I'm still scared for him. Still definitely scared for him. Now maybe this is where, if I was Erebor, who should be just about mixing amongst. Sorry, I've seen scattered forces and I thought they were dead. If I was Erebor, I would be kind of tempted to just be like, hey, okay, mate, I'm just going to go fully into Imladris and just Erebor and Rhun, the Eastern forces, just getting together and ripping apart Imladris. To be honest, yeah, okay, right, returning the favour here with Broodlings. 133 down to... What? No, must be more casualties than that. That's interesting. And they've actually taken poor... Oh my goodness me. Poor Broodlings. That was interesting. I mean, so the Broodlings, like, their power is barreling through you. Not like cavalry. They're not lancer units. They sort of break right through your lines, but I still expected a lot more casualties than that from the Swords of Rivendell. Okay, there's been a lot more there now. And yeah, you can see, even as they're running away there. That's a bit damage to the poor Broodlings. Interesting. Not quite the same result. Let's go to 0.7, because I think a lot of things are going to happen very quickly. Swords of Rivendell here going toe-to-toe with the Flag Ren. That's definitely fighting the... Well, actually saying that. Some upgraded Swords of Rivendell. Though, no, okay, defeat is certain. Oh, well, once everything else arrives, yeah, the Swords of Rivendell are not going to last. But he's left this open space for his archers just to barrel shots right through, which I like a lot. So those Swords of Rivendell just have to try and hold out a little bit longer, fingers crossed, so that the archers can make them pay for this. But the Godlim opening up too, hopefully. No, they're waiting for a more important target, it seems. But in all honesty, I'd maybe just do a panic open fire at this point. Dude, if we had Grey Company, run the Grey Company over here. Start ripping through them in this blob. Eldarin with spears coming in to back up the lines. Definitely can take a lot longer for them to get broken through. And yet coming in from the side too, I like Diego's sort of symmetrical defense there. It's very nice. Still holding, those Swords of Rhun really held out way better than I thought they would to that attack. Gobo archers approaching. Even though we're tucked in behind this little hill, it's not... Yeah, we're not even all tucked behind it. We need some shields in front of this. We have a lot of men at arms. We really should have shields in front of that. Or again, like a cavalry unit to chase this way. Not letting them do this in the first place would be very nice. So I think I've been listening to a bit of my audio because I'm still experimenting here. I'm definitely a lot more echoey than I want to be. I think it's just because of the design of my room here, but yeah, I don't know why I'm not echoey at home. I think it's maybe just because I really just don't have things in this room. I'm a very minimalist sort of guy, and there's just the sound is bouncing. I've been thinking about getting like a little sound pad or something, just to absorb sound and put it up on the wall around me. But we'll see. Don't quite know if that'll help or not. I need to maybe do some research into actually how to make sound good. So we've got no confrontation on the left, just a little bit of skirmishing in the centre, and a full-blown confrontation on the right. Now, when this sort of thing happens, it usually favours the defenders. It's not really a great thing when attackers want to come in from everywhere they possibly can at the same time. But Justin, although this attack I think is going, it's going quite well for Justin. He is inflicting casualties here. Oh, ouch! Oh, they are spears though, and that wasn't a monumental charge. Did inflict some good casualties, but it wasn't absolutely traumatic, and we'll take some damage as they pull back. Yeah, this is not a bad thing for Justin, but I just think he's maybe coming in slightly too early and slightly too hard. Those crossbows need to go down, dude. The archers sure are targeting the crossbows. Go to him. I'd be cracking into the crossbows for sure. Oh, Dragonwrath Guildsmen coming up from hiding, those little assassins. I'm no doubt going to be trying to throw their little daggers before they jump in. more... Oh, no, that's just a very stretched out unit of crossbows, but that's Justin's entire force. Justin is almost entirely committed onto the front lines now. And Dave was kind of struggling for it. Yeah, oh, man, if we had some Grey Company. I know they would have done this slightly differently if there were Grey Company involved, but yeah. Eldraine with Swordmasters coming forward, that'd be nice to see. Nuratina Warriors coming on over to give us a little bit more arrow fire. Swords of Rivendell holding as the Gobbles advance. Where are the Dwarves going? Dwarves are leading the way, which is, oh my goodness me, the Dwarves are absolutely just mad column. Holy smokes! Yeah, this is scary. Oh goodness me, those chariots did some work, but they're almost gone. The trolls came in alongside them there, into the marksmen, stopping them from shooting. This is getting chaotic. This is getting really chaotic, really fast. And JKL is not screwing around. He's got his entire army barreling through as one column. And again, this is, where are the Rangers? We need Ranger fire. We need body-piercing fire. This would just be devastating. Although, I mean, the whole force is nicely armoured. Oh, wait. Is this Rangers? Yes, good lad. Okay, so we do have some. But still, I mean, dude, I wanted one unit of Rangers and one unit of, yeah, goodness sake. One unit of Rangers, one unit of Grey Company. We need just a tremendous amount of body-piercing fire on this right now. Because this is, like, it's a mad attack that is definitely going to just be buckling the defences here. But it is, I'm very interested to see just how many Dwarven corpses are left behind after the Dwarves actually finish pushing through. Those war chariots need to shut down those Rangers, those trolls need to target them. I don't quite know what JKL was going for here. It's a bit of a risky strategy. I like it, but it's very risky. This has gone, let me zoom in. This has gone a lot better for Rhun than I sort of imagined it, but they are starting to be bested. I guess now that their crossbows, no, their crossbows are still firing. But, yeah. Couldn't quite say why they've been losing steam here. Oh, I think it's the Elder Emway, just the Elder Emway force is coming forward now. Gwathi Rockdor have probably been chipping away at them too. But it's been a cool little sort of deleting each other situation over here, but I think it's going to favour the defenders, because they're just going to be able to consolidate. You know, there's nothing else over that way. Erebor marched their entire force around. So they'll just be able to gather. Zooming on over to the other side of the map, we've kind of been neglecting this battlefield, but it's been a stare down for now, which I think is once again gonna favour the defenders. I don't think Thanatos, even if Thanatos is going to be taking a little bit of arrow fire here and there, I don't think he wants to make the attackers, you know, do anything crazy. He doesn't want them to come at him. He's more than happy to just let his allies fight their, hopefully, successful engagements, and then come over and back them up when there's more manpower together. Slamming into the Peacekeepers. Peacekeepers are going to do their absolute best here, but this is just not this is really just a Dwarven tide here. You can see just the amount of dust that's being kicked up. That's absolutely insane. The Peacekeepers are shaken. It takes a lot to shake one of those Peacekeepers, but they got no backup. Marksman, do you have... We need arrows. We need arrows on all of this right now, gang. We need backup. We need men-at-arms. Do some... Sharp, we need some troops there. The Rangers have been grabbed. Men-at-arms are there to try and fight the trolls. I was going to say we need AP. What we need are the Troll Slayers. We need the Dunedain Troll Slayers. Because Arthedain does not have much in the way of AP. I mean, there's snow trolls. There are snow trolls, so you could get just any like of these solid units to get the job done there. Swords of Rivendell, pushing back the Gobble infantry. No armor upgrade for the poor Gobbles today. I do like the little model that the Gobbles get. I remember there was a Battle of the Five Armies scenario. I cannot remember who hosted it a while ago, but the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, they just had basically full army of the armor upgraded Goblin infantry, and they looked really, really cool. I did quite enjoy that. Eldarin, we're doing their best, but it's really just the Swordmasters that are are rattling through this. It's nice to see this gold versus gold. The much more sort of I don't know how to describe it. I'm really good with colours, but the toned down gold of the Eldarinry, the slightly more muted gold. Don't know how best to say that. Gwathi Meridian in there. You know, they wouldn't love fighting the assassins. The assassins are pretty well matched for this, but it's such a tier above that they're going to be really struggling. The knights are still around. They're just coming in and out. They're coming into the Gamprin even, but it's when you're this good, they maybe even have an armor upgrade. I think they do. They probably, yeah. I think that is their armor upgraded model. So they can shut off so much of that damage that comes out. Even if it is anti-cavalry EP damage, it's still very unpleasant to try and break through. And the crossbow is targeting them too, no doubt, but they're still at 21. Archers of Rivendell still firing. Godlim, they've been kept back, kept away from the crossbows, no doubt. But once those crossbows do use up their ammo, the Godlim are going to move up and start, they can start throwing these high mass, very powerful arrows into the attacking lines and start sort of throwing these guys around, because they're very accurate as well. You've got to keep that in mind. They are very high tier elves. Great broodlings. They thought about it. They thought about it, but the pikes have scared them away. Yeah, no, they're not keen for that. Trolls are still around. In some pretty decent. Wait, is that 2? No, there's just 14. I thought you had 2 units of snow trolls there for a second. Goodness sake, this blob from JKL. It's kind of an interesting theory, I guess. Perhaps this is a mind-controlled dwarven army, and this is the reason for their sort of fanatic assault, because they're not aware of their situation and their lives. But yeah, we do have a few there that's making me a little bit concerned. But yeah, cool. The Misty is now coming in to finish the job, fingers crossed. And Imladris able to sort of send a handful of forces, because they're not going to be getting threatened down this avenue. Looks like, yeah, Misty is just coming in where the Dwarves have opened, and yeah, just using that as their assaulting point. Just taking a nice thematic look through the centres of those valleys, as the clash is about to begin. Oh well, we've been shooting at them, but as I say, this is the type of thing where I think, ooh, you didn't light that on fire, my friend. Sure, it was just an accident. Another one coming in? Nope. Oh, that was a miss. Dear me. Yeah, I mean, sturdy Khazad dwarves, they're not really going to be too worried about Urukai archer fire. This is it's not enough to really mess with them. I'm going to go to 1x speed because I think the battlefields are set up now. I think everything makes sense. Just so you know, because I'm seeing it now as a very big possibility, and I should have maybe clicked earlier. I'm pretty sure JKL is maybe crashed out. I will have a notice at the start of the video if that's the case. I'm pretty so this is definitely something that Thanatos would have told me about. He sent the replay, but keep in mind he sent the replay about a year ago. So, and I've just not gone through my Discord to have a look. But I'm getting that impression that the dwarves have crashed, unfortunately, or something of the sort, and that's why we had just the stomp forward, because that was them just following their final order. But I'm gonna roll with the idea that they were they were mind controlled. I think that's a better concept. But yeah. Nuratino warriors now arriving out of ammunition just to try and mop what's left, but those camels chosen are going to be a bit too much for them. Are the crossbows out? They're not out, but they are being grabbed by the Gwathi Roctor. And sentries, yeah, they're just in guard mode, which is probably the best bet for Justin, just trying to do the last bit of damage. They can't have much ammunition left, so they'll goodness me. Yeah, if they can just get one more shot into the Gwathi Meridian. We don't know. They'll make contact. Oh wait, whoa! Damn, okay. That was a bit unpleasant for the poor Gwathi Meridian. But that should be this force broken. And I think Justin can be pretty happy with how that's gone. I think that he did come in a bit too quick. And because all of this is now going to be moving on over, but at the same time he's killed his enemy to a pretty efficient level, which is something you can be pretty happy about as an attacker. You know, even if things don't go too right, it's like, yes, no, I still racked up some good kills. So he can be happy, but there's a lot more to it than that. Sometimes the most useful attacker is the one that ends up getting very few kills, and it's just because he's been applying pressure in the very correct places. This is another nice point where we could get some good ranger damage in, but the Angmar Marauders are just not going to provide the real killing power to get through a sturdy dwarven line like this. Up against Oofed. That's the last of the runic forces being ridden down by the Gwythi rock door across the way. I do like the Angmar Marauders an awful lot, but I tend not to take them just because I struggle to find their use in my army. You know, you don't really need a tar pit as Angmar because you have the Barrow Wights. But I mean, it's definitely a cool sort of thematic choice here, and had they not been going toe-to-toe with the likes of the Warriors of Khazad, we could have maybe saying that, we get these Angmar Halberds up, that could change the game. That's AP, and that's a proper phalanx fighting force getting involved. Hammers the Gundabad over here now, alongside Shield Guard, up against these poor Dunlending Clansmen. Yeah, those Dunlending Clansmen do not stand too much of a chance, but do we have crossbows over here? Because we pulled out the Hammers of Gundabad, so I would almost have been tempted to not reinforce this. As cruel as it is, I would have just let my Dunlendings die and then crossbow volley the foes that remain. But yeah, you know, perhaps a bit too much cruelty. We do have the Barrowwits coming in from Steelbow, but they're just a ways behind, good ways behind right now. If you're gonna be sending Barrow-wights in, you know you kind of want to just start the march. Oh, so that's Rhun wiped. That is Rhun just gone there, and so this is in a way and now a 3v3. It's just that so Thanatos' army pretty much untouched. Arthedain has taken some nasty bite. You know, has really taken some damage. Imladris certainly struggling, and the Swords of Rivendell here. They're going to have a bit of trouble up against those cave trolls. So they're still, oh, goodness me, Gwythi Arthand, I didn't spot these guys earlier. Coming in, yeah, cave trolls, get the hell out of there. This is a bit beyond you. For wee trolls, maybe the Oleg High could stand a chance, but no, not some little baby cave trolls. But yep, he's able to come over, and these Cavaliers, we don't have the Drake Broodlings could chase them down. But that's about it. And oh goodness me, these poor cave trolls could get charged. Oh gamers. I'm into this. Is this the plan? So we're pushing up, but because I'd be grabbing those fearmongers, try like running them down here, just to keep my boys safe. Okay, no, he's not gonna do that. Wait, yeah, crossbows. I don't know. Yeah. I maybe would have, because then if he does answer with the broodlings, you could outrun the broodlings, just turn around and get away from there. But I think a nice possible charge would have been really pretty solid. Heavy Gold Spears, they're wavering. This is quite a nice scrap for them. They've got their AP, but it's just suffering from that spear malice as really quite a solid man-at-arms unit. Just sort of brings their blades down onto you. Even at those numbers, do not waver, you little gobble boys. You really want to bring something else behind them, just so that a unit doesn't feel like they're on their own. I suppose coming around. Snag a skirms, look like they want to start yeeting some jabs up those men-at-arms. I'm sure they'll try and find a better target. Iron Watch? Are we going to go for the blob? Look, I appreciate it. If surely that's out of range. What we go for? Oh. No way. Oh. Yeah, get away from that. Oh my God. Only half the enemy
Jesus.
it's I mean, so yeah, dude is definitely he's definitely crashed it. But sort of woken him up. He's reloading now. But I mean, at least so he's like Thanatos is using up his ammunition on this, which is not something that would have happened otherwise. So yeah, these dwarves have seen the corruption and the magic that is taking over the bodies of their fellow dwarves from the east, and they need to cease it. You know, even if it's maybe not the best tactical decision, it's like no, we have to end their suffering. So they're firing upon them, which I like. I like that idea. Goodness me, that was messy. We will be able to see the kills of those Ironborn at the end. That's gonna be crazy. Cool. So little snagger boys, still crashing into the lines of the shield guard. Axe guard coming up. Yeah, dude. Like, do we? I mean, the Axe guard do have a shield, but still, snagger stalkers there trying their best. Sons of the Fallen coming in from the left. Archers there. Ooh. Still just using unlit ammunition, which yeah, okay, is fair enough. Coming crashing down with these Urukai. Anything in the back that is interesting. Dan the man pushing some forces forward now. He's pushing forward a lot of his forces now. Do we have Witchers? I didn't see any Witchers. We've got the Blackguard. I mean, we've got a pretty expensive army, so I don't think we've got Witchers. Because Witchers aren't cheap. So, oh, we do. We do have Witchers. They have been bloodied. But I've not seen them get used. But with how fragile this line is, it's very possible they have been. Oh. Marksmen. How effective are they firing? Well, that was either a cancelled shot or they're just not. Oh, I just want to see, are they firing straight or are they firing up? They're firing up, that's a shame. It's always, it sucks when you're sort of on the walls and your boys are sort of firing up and over like that. But just in these snag skirms, you know, they're quite tightly packed, so should do okay. Another charge. Out of ammunition, Goblin Archers, but at least, oh damn, they were just a little minute too late for the heavy Goblin Spears. And those Arthedain men-at-arms, bloodthirsty after their victory against the spearmen, coming charging on down to rattle into the archers now too. The rangers out of ammunition as well, perhaps. No, pulling out their bows, some of them. No, perhaps. Imladris, yeah, no more runic power. We are seeing something over here. Oh shoot! Oh wait, no, these are routing forces. I thought there was something like a crazy attack happening. But no, Imladris is just able to bring their full force over here now. You'd be tempted to maybe even come around behind them. But I think it's probably best, yeah, to shore up the lines of Arthedain. Make sure that they're not going to be buckling from whatever is going to be throwing themselves at them. This little... what? Are they just called the Watchers? Couldn't say. Wait a second, this... I can call this Cirith Ungol. Yeah, Cirith Ungol. Spider Tower. Right? And then, yeah. I was confusing myself with like Minas Morgul for a second. Orc Hunters coming in. Just a few of these Trolls of Angmar really spread about. I really like the Trolls of Angmar with their sort of like their arm blades. Their sort of forearm blades are just really awesome. Trolls of Angmar used to be like the shield and sword variant, but I think it's more... I think, yeah, with a troll, like the idea of a troll with a shield is really cool, but I think that, yeah, it's better to. I think if I had a troll, I'd kick them out of it. You know, and I don't think I'd need to give them a shield. It's cool in like D&D in like a narrative sense. If you've got like this massive character with a huge shield, it's like, dude, your armor is going to be better than that shield. But yeah, no, the shield is for you, my little companion, and they can just like shield you with it. But anyway, sorry, distracted. Ooh. Not really worried about friendly fire damage there now, that we've got very few dwarf... Oh no, still 60 of them, so that was a pretty wild attack, but doesn't actually look like we suffered too many friendly fire casualties. The Claimers there getting some axes in. You'd almost want to silence them with the Trolls of Angmar, but at the same time, it's Trolls of Angmar would struggle up against something like that. How are the Isengard forces fare? The disciplined Urukai of Isengard. Oh, we've got the Trolls of the White Hand engaging again the Axguard. The Axguard are they've been racking up a lot of troll kills in the last battle, so it's they'll do some good damage, and up against the Urukai infantry as well. Shield guard there, just engaging the archers, just slowly ripping through them. Looks like there was a few dwarves that pierced all the way deep into this line. I really like these ones, the ones that have just got the full like white face. It's really dope. More archers arriving. Right, nope, these are just 2 beefy infantry units. So I don't remember archers having had armor upgrade, but no. Berserkers standing by. Guards of Warthank arriving now too. Goodness me. Okay, Dan is coming in with some fair force, and Steelbow is it's proper Guardians of Carn Doom arriving now. The Barrowwits are finally in the fight. They can shrug off those throwing axes like they're nothing. You never want to you don't want to throw javelins at Barrowwites either. Really, you want to, preferably, you want to just deal with Barrowwites with an AP infantry unit. I remember back in the day, like, Thieves of Tharbad were AP and melee. Before they had their like throwing weapon, before they were like an assassin unit, they just had their two little pickaxes, or war picks, and they were AP and melee, and they could just cleanse Barrowwites. It wasn't even funny how easily they could just kill Barrowwites. So yeah, I do quite like. It's fun to like do like the Barrowwite versus. Barrowwites versus Lothlorien Staffmasters, because Lothlorien Staffmasters are AP with their little staffs, so they can quite effectively kill Barrowwites. Takes them a while, but like they suffer very little damage doing it, just because their defense is so high. And Barrowwites do not pump out that much damage. You'll always give them the melee upgrade to bump it up to 2, but it's still just 2 damage. Godhlim over here now too, and they've saved most of their ammo. I don't actually know if they were firing at all. The ones in the north as well, saving their ammunition.
The enemy are badly
Something more
blooded.
dramatic. This is quite a cool little scene. I really like. I do wish Cirith Ungol had the really nasty Mordor texture to it, but it's kind of nice that it's defended by these 3 good factions. It doesn't have to be Cirith Ungol. It could just be this little mountain pass battlefield. But yeah, this less corrupted land. Looks quite nice for these 3 good defenders. I keep forgetting where my mic is. Just, I'd say I've moved out of my eye line, so I do bump a fair bit right now. Pikes arriving, and I just do not think that the attackers have a good answer for those pikes. Generally, archers coming in now. Ooh, jabbies. Yep, that'll be an answer to the pikes for sure. Yeah, the dwarves just are standing their ground here. All the effects somewhat wearing off. Well, the effects I suppose wearing off, but just leaving them brain dead. Their minds wiped as they just sort of stand soulless. Still the fallen there, still engaging the Guardians of Carn. Well, the Guardians of Carn actually. Oh no, I was going to say breaking through the lines, but there's not really an organized front line anymore. Everything has sort of just broken in. Claimers there now. Ooh. To be honest, like I'd maybe want to just get them in melee with those Barrowwites. Are they gonna throw something? Oh, good. That was pretty cool. Just sort of knocking them back. No. Looks like Thantros just has them set up. No, they're wanting to throw. No, charging. Good. Yeah, because they'll cleanse the way through the Barrowwites pretty quickly. Orc hunters moving around. A fair bit of damage in melee, the Orc hunters. 9 catapult crewmen. Still standing, you know. Like I was gonna say, like they've just been left there when this front line just collapses. But I'd be really tempted. I mean, I know that you need the trolls on the front line, but I'd be really tempted to just take those trolls and just run away. Oh. No. I was going to say deal with the catapult crew, but there are allies nearby the catapult crew that could come in and wipe you out. I think you're better off just and they can't really get a shot on you in this situation. Maybe get shots on the guards war tank if they wanted to do that. Large hunting pack as well. 2 hit point, you know, doesn't matter how many hit points you've got, you know, an artillery piece is an artillery piece. Very unpleasant to be struck by. Pikes arriving now. Yeah, so I'll probably ramble for a little bit as we're going here. The talked about at the end of the last battle, I've not yet watched any of the Rings of Power by Amazon. I've heard mixed things generally. I've been able to avoid spoilers, which I'm pretty glad with, and I'm really just quite good at avoiding spoilers. And it's not something that I'm too worried about getting spoiled, like, because I have an idea of what's happening anyway. You know, so I'll be fine either way. But I'm excited for the most part. For me, a big thing of just like these sorts of works is just the escapism aspect. I'm not gonna like justify if it's bad, it's bad. I'm definitely not gonna be the type of person to just say, oh no, just turn your brain off, it's fine. But if I enjoy it, you know, it is what it is. Because I like to just escape into these worlds and, you know, sort of forget about boats for a little while. But yeah, so fingers crossed, it's quite nice. But from everybody that I've talked to, it's pretty passable. At least. Spears engaging the marksman here. This is going to be a bit nasty for those poor marksmen. We could use some support. Spanish bonus Scouting Knights are right there, and I don't think we've got too much more to shoot at them. So you might want to just get them thrown on in. Gwaithy Rock Door. Yeah, you could run them around. Maybe hit the... Oh, no, you don't want to hit the Fearmongers, but they'll come in and do something later. High skill from the Dunedain Rangers. Very cool. I'm actually... So, Rangers, of course, in the new version. I think most Rangers, not all, or I think maybe even all Rangers, body piercing is a much more reduced thing. I think we're only getting like a handful of body piercing units. Rangers are going to be not AP, but like very high damage archers, which I'm kind of excited about. And I think they're also going to get like their melee and stuff bumped up too. Because right now, like a ranger in melee is like usually quite highly skilled. But it'll be cool if like I can actually throw my rangers in melee after they've used up their ammunition, and they're this, yeah, and I can really sort of rely on them. I'd be into that. And because I never feel like a lot of the time I don't feel I get a full use at body piercing. So I'll be excited. I'll be excited for sure for the change. Except for a lot of the changes. A Numinous Gate Guard here standing. You'd almost want to shunt on forward, just try and bring some order to this line, because right now the Sons of the Fallen are sort of surrounded there, and they're not loving that fight up against the Blackguard. So I know you sort of sacrifice this organised front line, and you're happily sort of gutting whatever pushes through, but... Ooh! Blackwatch Legion. We need something more here. Goodness me, yeah, that super high mass. Whoa! Just throwing those poor dwarves around. As highly skilled as you may be, these Orcs are tough. But yeah, just absolutely barreling through them, and they're going to barrel right through the pikes as well. That's it. That's the Sons of the Fallen wiped. Of course, when they get thrown, they don't die, but it's like when they're on the ground, you know, you're taking some damage from all that. It's a bit unpleasant, and that is, oh my goodness me, Blackwatch Legion. We needed support, and maybe the support was just slightly too late getting here. This Numinous Gate Guard had been rattled. But no, the Blackwatch Legion are through, and I don't think we really have anything else that's through with them. So, if we can try and get a lot of damage done to them here, the Eldrimway Archers are through now, so if you can get a shot into them without hitting the shield, absolutely do it. No, they're going to be firing over them. Into the pikes. No, not into the pikes. All the way into these pikes. Holy smokes. Ironwatch and Mirror fighting. For a second I thought they were reloading. I think they're just being thrown into melee. They are 2 hit point units, pretty strong. As all Dwarven elites are. These swordmasters, the Elder only swordmasters are all the way over here now. Goodness. Berserkers are not going to have a good time fighting the Elder only swordmasters. Not just relying on that heavy armor, they are incredibly skilled swordsmen too. Lurk's hunting pack. When the pikemen get their pikes down, this is going to be messy. And the Nazhide finished off. But that is the last of the Urukai. The archers here from the Urukai archers. Yeah, oh, dismount for us. Okay, cool. I mean, you've just got to take what you can get at this point. Just trying to weaken up the lines as much as possible so that the elites can finish it off. Those poor Numinous Gateguard, yeah, that just absolute blast right through the centre of them was, and even these guys still getting battered as the Black Witch Legion. Down to 75 now though, so certainly not high numbers. Oh, is he going to rack up a kill here? Against the captain of the Black Witch Legion, but Black Witch Legion as well, they are AP with their little maces that they've got. They are still AP, yeah, I'm sure they're still AP. So I think it's definitely against the poor dismounted knight of dismounted foreign Austerity knight. Eldraine archers still racking shots out. Mithril Guard, that's going to be a lot to deal with on this side. These gates, they don't open, do they? You just walk straight through them. I think we're about to see it, maybe. Yeah, you just walk straight through them. It's fair. It's really cool. I really like Cirith Ungol as a map. Even just having I love it for free-for-alls. That's something that I do enjoy about it. Just nobody starting inside Cirith Ungol itself, people starting everywhere else, and then just converging on Cirith Ungol. I've always said that, you know, whenever I have a free-for-all, I love to have just kind of imagine it as a king of the hill. You're not really battling for points or anything like that. I don't want to, but I like to have a location where this is where the fight is going to happen. And it's usually something that provides you with some sort of strategic advantage. So a hill right in the middle of the map, where it's everybody's got a fair chance to try and run for it, but you just go for it. When you spawn, and inside of your deployment area is a nice hill, that's when things can get a bit dicey. If you spawn on the hill inside your deployment area and you stay there, you better believe, oh wow, that was a break. I can still get back. Yeah. That was 80 Fearmong units that just lost their cool. That's wild. But sorry, what was I saying? So say if you deploy and you've got a hill in your deployment zone and you just sit there, yeah, you better believe I'm organising a coalition against you. But if there's a hill right in the middle of the map, then that's a different story. So this looks like that was Misty throwing in a towel, which is fair enough. These guys would be locked morale. They wouldn't have been able to break through those sentries. And on the side there, oh yeah, and Quake the Earthand mixed in amongst it. That would have been too much for them. They would have been, yeah, definitely battered back. But yeah, so I will put out a little notice at the start of this video about you know, just making sure people are aware it's maybe not the closest. But I still thought it was really quite an interesting fight. I really loved the Imladris Rhun battle at the start. I loved what was going on here with the Erebor forces. But yeah, I'll be going through it till the end for sure. But I think, yeah, I'll make sure that people aren't coming into this expecting it to go right down to the wire. And the boys have done, like the attackers, I'm really chuffed a bit that they've stuck through it. I keep saying this like they're down and out. They're almost at the gate at this point. They've really done not too bad. They've just broken these Numinous Gateguard. Yep, little batter some of them down. They're already broken, but yeah, still. A second unit of Rangers, that's a good shout. Yeah, you definitely wanted to take 2 units of Rangers when your allies can't take any. So yeah, you for sure need 2 of them. So it's nice that the attackers haven't left, and they've still given us what I feel has been a pretty damn interesting fight. And I'm interested to see what they can get done with it at the very end of this. Legion Bodyguard here from Thanjos. This has just been a really messy confrontation, and I do like the defenders have they've not held Cirith Ungol the way that I would. Certainly not held it the way that you normally see it held. They've been very very proactive in how in the battlefields that they've chosen, and they've shunted their way out into the attackers a fair bit, which that's always something that messes with me as an attacker. If you keep me on my toes, if you make me feel unsafe as an attacker, then yeah, you're on the way, because I'm going to start making bad decisions. If I feel like, this is why like cab sallies and stuff like that are always quite painful against me, and I always have preparations in place against them, because I want to take my time. I want to think about how I'm attacking your castle. I want to, or your defensive position. I want to maneuver my troops around, and I want to know that they're safe as they're doing that. So if you've got a cavalry unit just sitting in the trees behind me, you know, I'm constantly I'm on edge. So the defenders have been able to sort of do that with the attackers a bit. You know, they've definitely not let them just totally dictate what's going on here. And again, this is kind of nice. Just the third legion, not third legion, the first legion coming in to just take out these mind wipe dwarves that are just sort of instinctively defending themselves. And yeah, of course. I mean, all of these dwarves will do some good work. And I suppose, yeah, at the end, I'll be interested to have a look at the defending armies and imagine what could have happened here had the dwarves not lost connection, had the dwarves really been in this from start to finish. I think it would have, from the way it was going, I really think it would have been an attacking victory. Now I know that the defenders definitely would have played differently had they not had one of the attackers lose connection. You always kind of, when I realise that a fight is becoming less competitive, I will start to fight for the experience of it all, which has punished me in the past. I've sometimes viewed a fight and thought, this is an easy victory, boys, and I've started to not make mistakes on purpose, but I've started to, as I say, do things for a thematic purpose, rather than a wholly strategic or tactical purpose. So yeah, it's possible that the defenders were doing a bit of that as well, and not really punishing the attackers quite as hard as they could have. We've got a little push here. Go watch out for those stakes. We have 2 lines of them. Oh, Witchers. Are we? Okay, no, we're catching them. Go watch out for those stakes. If I was steel bow, you might want to just like sit there, like in amongst the stakes. One volley. Ooh,
and perhaps our chances of victory.
Interesting. That'll be the Witchers dealt with there. There was only 3 of them, and that was another charge. Catapult crew. How many do you have? 3 catapult. Oh, right. No, I think you need 3 men, but one of them there is a banner carrier, so that's just not going to work out for him. So the Nazai did finish off Thanatos' general, and there's only really the Orc Hunters and the catapult crew gathered over here, and there's a few reclaimers. I don't see them pulling out their small axes, so I'm pretty sure they're out of ammo. They'll hopefully kill man for man. Nothing else. Oh, those are Urukai, not orcs, yeah. But then there's the swarm of Arthedain, which that was another admit defeat from the Witch Realm of Angmar. So we've only really got Isengard and of course the Dwarves. Let's just see what Isengard can do over here as the efficient takedown of the Dwarves continues over on the other way. I mean, at this I could just charge one end and just finish off what they've got there. The pikes, I mean, yeah, you could do it most efficiently to get the pikes in. Oh yeah, definitely gotta watch out for the horsemen. Zooming back over here. How are they doing this? Because I mean, yeah, you've got to be careful about it. You don't want to throw this away. These are still dwarves at the end, and those pikes are down to 37 points now. It's placing in at the Ironfoot warriors from the back there, and then over on this way the Ironfoot spears against the Gotalim. Yeah, okay, no, That's about a step above. Hopefully, you know, this is where you're just always worried about, like, do the Erebor forces have anything hiding? I'm pretty sure they don't, but yeah. Oh, cool, we sallied forth right into the Nazhai. Maybe took a guy out in the charge, we'd hope. Orc hunters. Are they pulling out the bows? No way. Or getting a little exchange, I don't know. Jump to 6 times speed for a minute, just as we get to the end of this. Nazhai coming for a charge against the Orc hunters. They'll do their best, but and he's just trying to protect the Nazhai with his pikes at this point. 58. I don't know if they'll kill one. I'm thinking they might kill like 2. No, they don't get any. Oops. Oh, that's a charge. They did manage to slip through. They got the Nazhai. Oh, right. They paid for it though. Two of the last 3 Kuwaiti Rock Door were taken out. Let's just go over the Dwarves. I think it'll be a long time before there's another confrontation with those boys. He might end up just admitting defeat at that point. So yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I love the concept of evil dwarves. You know, like, so, and I think Erebor can kind of fit the bill for that quite nicely. Not that Erebor is an evil faction, but I think I think the Ironfoot forces can kind of lend themselves to just being a random company of fallen dwarves, which is kind of cool. And especially dwarf versus dwarf combat can always be a lot of fun too. It's pretty daunting to have that much armor and that much skill and power sort of battering into each other. In the same way as orc versus orc fights are always pretty cool to see. Is this goodness me? Yeah, there's a grind continuing there. No, we'll just say we'll jump 6 times. Say just about as much as I can really say. So hopefully this has been somewhat enjoyable, and nobody was surprised.
The enemy general lies dead.
And Frantos would have said this to me. He would have definitely explained it when he sent the video. But it's just I will send the recording, but I just can't. I can't look through everything. That was from quite a while ago. So I just need to do a general like just batter them down. I just don't have the time to record much anymore. So like when I record, I've just got to go for it. Warden's the North coming into the back off the Nazhai now, and yeah, it's just the swarm of Arthedain just finishing off the Nazhai here. They'll do their best. They'll definitely kill. They might even kill a knight or 2, and yeah, maybe even a Warden in the North. So cool. I think I've got quite a lot of videos, quite a lot of battles to get through. So I've got a tournament at some point. I think when I do a tournament video, I'll just do, there's 4 battles. I think I've got the semi-finals and the final. So I'll probably just do it all as maybe do it all as one video, or just hopefully do it as 2 videos, and then just maybe do it as like a Saturday-Sunday video, because I know a lot of people aren't too interested in 1v1s. You know, most people like sieges, which I get. I enjoy watching sieges. I enjoy playing 1v1s, but I don't really enjoy watching them all that much. I enjoy casting them, but you know, just sort of sitting and watching them, yeah, I get it. So I'll just do that for a weekend, so that people aren't waiting like 2 weeks for a siege. From me, anyway. Nice little celebration from the boys, and that must be it. Yeah, cool. So we'll see what kills the Iron Watcher earlier getting massive kills. I feel like a lot of those would have been legitimate. Jeepers, what the hell? What the heck, hammers have been bad? That is absolutely devastating. How the hell did they pull that off? Yeah, I mean, generally, wow. Warriors of Khazad. And yeah, like the catapult not being lit, that's another little thing that I think he was just doing to make it a bit more fair, a bit more even. Because he could have done more damage with that catapult. 676, that's insane. Cheapers. So yeah, and no, chuffed bits for everybody there. I think that was a pretty solid scalp. And you can see even even not being there, he killed 512. This is, of course, after healing, so it was closer than this. It did end closer than 74%. But afterwards, you get all of your healed units back, and that's why the percentage is a bit more different there for the winning faction, winning side. But yeah, do I think that Erebor would have? I think that they would have won. I think the attackers would have won had Erebor been there. And like JKL, he was in the last fight, and I've seen him a bit. He's certainly not bad. So I think he definitely could have spun that into a victory, I think, for the boys. And yeah, like Justin, every one of these kills was in Imladris Elf. So his little fight at the start did, it went not too bad. So anyway, thank you guys very much, and I will see you later.